Good morning, warriors. Welcome to the U Movement. I am B. And today I wanted to hop on and talk a little bit about the program of the scapegoat, or the template of the sacrificial lamb. If you are like me and grew up in an environment where you were placed in the scapegoat role of your family paradigm because narcissistic energy was at play, and I've done lots of videos talking about the division that happens between the kids of a narcissistic individual's family. One gets placed in the role of scapegoat, one gets placed in the role of golden child, one may get placed in the role of the truth teller, one may get placed in the role of the family clown. Anything and everything depending on the size of your family in order to survive. And for me, as an empath, I was very much placed in the role of the scapegoat, which becomes the family's sacrificial lamb. And this is a program wherein all of the family's shadow aspects of selves gets put upon the scapegoat. They get blamed, they get shamed, they get the brunt of the punishment, the brunt of disgust. So a narcissistic individual will take their own shadows and project it onto the scapegoat, and they will take all their own self-grandiose beliefs about self and place that onto the golden child. Both roles are difficult roles, but the scapegoat is the role that I'm talking about because it is the role that I am familiar with. And so as an empath, you become hyper in tuned to keep yourself alive because these are your primary caregivers. They provide you with food, they provide you with shelter. So you need to figure out a way to survive. So you become more hyper in tuned to the energies that are at play on any given day. You become hyper aware of how just the slight raise of an eye means something, or a certain look means something else. And you know, with that look, oh crap, I'm in trouble. The tone of a voice, the pitch, the energy in the room, you become hyper. And so with that, you also learn the program of self-sacrifice. And that's why I connect the terms of the scapegoat with the sacrificial lamb. And traditionally, the sacrificial lamb tribe or a group of people would sacrifice a lamb in the name of God as a way to appease for the sins. Here, take all my sins, and I give it up to you, God, as the sacrifice. And the energy of self-sacrifice is a program that gets embedded deeply into that child's mind, and they quickly learn that to stay alive, they need to sacrifice their own emotions, their own thinking, because perhaps there's a script at play that you need to adhere to. They need to sacrifice their own well-being to prop up others in the family structure. And those others could be definitely the narcissist and definitely the supporters of the narcissist. And I've talked about those, the flying monkeys, the golden child for sure, because, I'll take on the nasty and you get propelled up higher. So self-sacrificing becomes a learned behavior, and that learned behavior is associated with attachment and associated to trying to belong. So the scapegoat goes out into the world and in friendships quickly learns that, I need to sacrifice what I think, or just keep silent, or not stand up for self, and accept, tolerate behaviors that most likely aren't the best behaviors, where other people who are raised in a healthy, balanced household might say, no, I'm not tolerating that, I'm out. an empath or a scapegoat, or an empath with the scapegoat paradigm. Not empaths necessarily are scapegoats, but I would hazard a guess that it does have like one of those Venn diagrams where there's a lot in crossovers of people that identify with the term empath, people who identify with being self-sacrificing in behavior, so therefore a scapegoat. As well as another Venn diagram, let's add in a circle there of people that have severe complex post-traumatic stress disorder. So there's a lot of crossover with these types of issues. And so this becomes a perpetual habit and behavior throughout life, and the more we go along, it just kind of, it's like a snowball effect. It keeps getting worse and worse, and we get ourselves embedded into situations, enmeshed into situations that are quite toxic, unhealthy, abusive, any of the above, because it is a replay of our childhood, as this is what is the norm. This is what is our comfort zone, is this habitual behavior of self-sacrificing needs, wants, desires, feelings, anything and everything. And in so doing, it's the hope of, well, if I sacrifice this for you, will you love me? Will you give me what I need? Will you this? So I'm going to give and give and give and give and give and give, and until, and then what happens is eventually there is resentment that is associated with this role of being in this self-sacrifice energy, because that energy doesn't get returned. It's not reciprocated. And then it's like, why does nobody reciprocate what I give out? I give out love, I give out compassion, I give out understanding, I give out all of these things, and nothing is returned. However, there is a very toxic element at play, that it's not just a question of being using self-sacrifice. There's a shadow element to anything. There's a shadow element. You know, if you're playing in your shadows without being aware of it, this messiah or this sacrificial lamb role, and sacrificing yourself, it's not born of a place of true love and true empathy. It's born of a place of neediness and codependency, and if I do this, will you give me that? There is a transactional element at play in the shadow element. And so on this healing journey that we are on, we have to go deep into our shadows, go into the muck to unfuck. And so one of the energies that I have been sitting with for the last couple of years, that keeps kind of coming around as healing is a spiral, so it loops back around, and we're like, oh, we're visiting this one again, and oh, we're visiting this one again, or we're visiting this one again. Because I identified in my very dysfunctional marriage how often I was in the role of self-sacrificing, and in learning to start to love self, and learning to start to protect self, and learning to support self, and in learning to create healthy boundaries, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't keep sacrificing my own wants, needs, and desires because somebody else, to keep me safe, a feeling of safe, because that's not actually safe. It's a faux sense of safety. It's a faux sense of security, and it's not built upon something that's going to withstand. And so you're going to end up ultimately having that tower moment where it all collapses, because you realize that the energy isn't reciprocated. It's a toxic loop of sacrifice self in the hopes that I'm going to get something. Sacrifice self in the hopes that I'm going to get something. And so when you say, okay, enough of this, I got to get off this karmic loop, you then alter your behavior, which has a rippling effect out and is going to affect those around you. which they may not necessarily like. When that first time you say, no, you can't talk to me like that, or you say, no, I'm not going to tolerate this type of behavior anymore, it's mean, or you pull yourself up out of a situation and say, I'm out, I'm just not doing this anymore, I got to figure my own stuff out, and see ya. However, it plays out that when you put an end to a karmic cycle and remove yourself from that karmic cycle, that's where the real healing work begins, is identifying in me, what's in me that is allowing this karmic loop to continue and to pull myself out. There's a second element that I wanted to talk about, because when we start to talk about karma and in relation to self-sacrifice, these two energies interlock, because oftentimes the motivation that you may find in your own self-sacrifice is an attempt to save somebody from their karma, which again is a self-sacrificing energy, as well as kind of a savior complex of, listen, I know how bad it is to feel these things, and so I don't want you to feel these things because I know how bad it is to feel those things, so I'm going to help you not feel those things by saving you from your own karma that you've created. And so I am very guilty of this, of wanting to prevent people from ultimately their own demise. And as somebody who has clairvoyance and can see and a symbolic sight, it's like I can see when the train is heading into bad, and like, oh no, this is heading into a bad place, warning, stop, don't do that, help, I want to help you, here, try this, try that, try this, you know. And I've always been quick to swoop in and attempt to save people from themselves. And this is something that is a particularly important issue at the present moment in time with the energies as they are, is things are speeding up a whole lot, and people are starting to face their karma. I've talked in lots of oracle reads and other videos that I've done that karma is coming back round, and you can't save somebody else. No matter how much you want to, no matter how much you want to prevent their pain, no matter how much you want them to save them, you can't save other people. You know, you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Is also a very apt saying when it comes to karma, because you can offer somebody tools, you can offer somebody tips, you can offer somebody support, but at the end of the day, they need to do their own work, which comes back to the root of that sacrificial lamb. Jesus sacrificed himself for everyone. None of us are Jesus. So it's not our job to place ourselves upon a cross and carry the burdens for others to our own detriment. And it's a very difficult role to be in if you've always been programmed to sacrifice self. And so I wanted to come on today to talk a little bit about this and open the discussion, because I am seeing playing out in my own life how much I want to sometimes save people from their own karma, and I can't do that. You can't do the work for them. Whether you look at it from, it's actually depriving them, it's actually stealing from them, it's actually not helping them when you help to the point of not letting them do things for themselves. At the end of the day, only you can save you, and they can save them, and there is a sense of separation there. You can't save other people. from their own creations. For example, if somebody has an addiction of some kind at play, no matter how much you want to help them, helping them can look like enabling. If if you're constantly cleaning up the mess that they make, if you're gaslighting others and downplaying the abusive behavior that may have taken place the night before, if you're saying, it's okay, I understand, you didn't mean to hit me, you were drunk, or something like that. If it's getting really abusive, you're not actually helping them by staying in the situation. You need to pull yourself back and put yourself into a safe place, physically, mentally, emotionally, and let them face their own shadow side of self. Let them face so while we're sitting in the energy of, okay, I need to face the fact that I can't save everybody as much as I want to, and it's a toxic behavior, and so you might feel like you're white knuckling it a little bit as you sit back and you go, I hope everything works out for them, but people need to hit the rock bottom. If they don't hit the rock bottom, the behavior just perpetuates, and so placing yourself at a safe distance while somebody figures their own stuff out, because it's no different than if you had written all your kids' essays in university and then it's time for them to do an oral presentation to the professor and they don't know anything because they didn't do any of the work. So on this healing journey, it's important to identify what is your work and what is somebody else's work. What is your karma and what is somebody else's karma? What is your energy and what is somebody else's energy? And learning, and it's not easy. It is not, it's easy for me to talk about, but it's not necessarily easy, because this may be cutting cords with people that you're incredibly close to and that you love, and you want nothing but the best for them. But that enmeshment that has occurred because of karmic cycles, if you're in this karmic dance with each other, the only way to stop it is to get off the dance floor and let them do their own dance moves and figure things out. And while they're doing that, focus on your own healing and your own reasons for why that came to be in the first place. Your own childhood wounds around attachment, your own deal with issues of your own codependency and enmeshment, your own deep desire to sacrifice, to people please, your own desire to it's like a desperation that's at play for, please love me, please respect me, please give this to me, please help yourself. In helping you, you help me. See, if that's at play, you need to sit back and go, okay, I need to help me, and you need to help you. And hopefully we can find a way to that's all going to work out, and give it up to God, or the universe or spirit or whatever higher power you resonate with. So if you are dealing with this self-sacrifice program, and you need some help sitting in that energy and identifying, okay, who do I have healthy interactions with? And you'll know healthy because it's reciprocal, and you'll know toxic because it's not. It is what it comes down to. So what is it energetically that you're giving, and what is it energetically that they're giving? And it's like having a business meeting at on a 5D level, having a business meeting and sitting down at the table and saying, okay, this is what I'm bringing to the table. What are you bringing to the table? Oh, it's not. You're going to have to go and renegotiate and come back with a better offer. I'm not taking that offer anymore. That paradigm of self-sacrificing for somebody else is no longer part of my new upgraded version of self. because I'm healthier now, I'm whole now, I can protect and take care of myself in an energy that's going to be more supportive. So it looks opposite to what the program is. The program thinks I need to support you and be here and be close, and but the reality is the more supportive and loving action is to walk away sometimes, and to cut cords sometimes, and to create space sometimes. And so, especially if you're an empath and you are constantly in an energy of clairsentience, which I am. I have clairsentience, which means I feel the energy. I don't just like feel it as in like, oh yeah, I sense something's off. No, I feel it deeply in me. So if somebody's, not taking care of their own energy, and if I don't create a healthy boundary for myself, then that debilitates me to the point where I'm not well. So learning the energies today is all about learning to create healthy division, so that you can heal, you can love self, you can learn to love the fuck out of yourself, as my saying goes, and place yourself in a bubble of protection. I often pray to Archangel Michael for divine protection, visualizing yourself in a beautiful blue ray of light or white light, a bubble. Place that bubble around yourself, place that bubble around your home, place that bubble around your kids, and wish, I wish you well. I send you nothing but love. Nothing but love, and I hope that it works out, is what you send off into the sun. Send it to the sun, and say, please, I hope this works out for them, and I'm going to leave you with that message. So yes, today's learning is you can't interfere with somebody else's karma. That said, I'm sending you all my love and support, and if you need some help with your own karma or detaching from somebody else's karma, and you would like to set up a Zoom call with me, the way to do that is in the description below, as well as card reads, as well as Reiki distance healing that can be done. All of my services are donation based, so please feel free to reach out and specify what service that you're looking for. And if you would like to have some join over on Facebook, the Spiritual Warrior Support Group, and get support from other people that are potentially in the same struggle of, I've been an empath, I've been a scapegoat, I've been a whatever you've been, and I need help with this. I'm sure there's others in the group that are going, that have a lot of the same stuff that you do. So the way to join that group is in the description below. And thank you, and thank you again. I can't say thank you enough for all of the likes, the shares, the subscriptions, the comments that are coming in are fantastic. And peace out.